So we can't wait to see what Ishan have for us right now at the moment. So let's get it going. I'm not sure if you guys heard what I said earlier on. Like I'll say again, welcome back to the stream. Guys, wherever you're watching me, I want to say thank you for watching Blue Clouds TV. And we are here to give you nothing but what football brings to everybody. If you love football, we love football. And I'm being joined here by Ishan one more time. And then I'll take the time to Ishan for him to introduce himself to the screen. And I know as I said, he's a diehard Chelsea fan. He's ready to give all his or whatever he has for us today. So we're looking forward to that. Now before I do that, let's do this. Welcome back, Ishan. I have Ishan here with me one more time. Like I said, I mean, it's very late in some of the places, the countries, and where we're coming from. It's still late here. I mean, somewhere in the afternoon. It's 2:42 here in the United States, here, Michigan Eastern Time. We are here to talk about the Premier League match day 2, the return of the fans, and also what the fans have really impacted the various clubs and the team as a whole. Is it really working well for the home teams? How many goals so far have we encountered from the home teams compared to when there was lockdown, when there was no supporters at the stadium? We're gonna delve into all this and see if it's been advantage to the home teams or it's been disadvantage to the home team. Like I said, I have my brother here, Ishan. Ishan, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me. I mean, yeah, it's an exciting time. Premier League's kicked off, and then this is the second game week. So yeah, lots of matches, lots of discussions. I'm really excited.
Yep, as you guys heard, Sean said he's very excited to get it going. And before we get into the analysis, the tactical part of this segment, we're gonna start with the expectation. What Chelsea have to do, what Arsenal have to do, right from beginning before we get into that. Ishon, what do you think the return of the fans have played? As the return of the fans played any role in the second coming of the season?
No, it's huge, man. It's huge, and you know there'll be lots of difference in the performance of many teams. The likes of Newcastle, where the fans are so much in their strength. They united. Newcastle is a stadium where there are lots of fans supporting just one club, that is Newcastle. There are no rivals for the other states as well. So also you look at Anfield today. The Liverpool's fan, I mean, they were just uh, incredible. And it's not just about the rival fans. Just look at Stamford Bridge. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's a special feeling to have the fans back. you know Even the boys enjoy it. I mean, playing in with the fans in front of them, it's a special feeling. It's there's always a cheer that you're gonna have when you lose the ball or win the ball, score a goal, or
Hmm.
every action has a reaction
Yeah.
of a fan, and adds up to the beauty of this game. And this is football. I mean, this is what the players thrive for. They do not they money is secondary, but money is essential, but it is secondary. The first thing is fans love. Football is the game of fans, and without fans it's just colorless. So having the fans back, for us also as audience from the TV, it feels the world to us, to have the fans back, to listen to that cheer, to listen to that roar in the stadium. It really lifts our morale. You're watching in the TV itself. So yeah, I mean, really happy and really excited, and it will definitely change the way a lot of teams play. This will definitely boost the morale of many teams who are going to play in the season. So yeah, it'll be very exciting.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ishan. I know football is you can play football. You can't really play football on the highest level without the fans. Those they are, as I always say, tell people they are the main stakeholders of the game. Big up to all the guys that I have in the stream. Everybody, I want to say thank you for being here. Chelsea Perspective, RCBN, Tommy, and then Baggy. Thank you all for being here and supporting the stream as well. Yes, like I said, there's no way you can play football without the fans. They patronize jerseys. They buy tickets to go. They buy so expensive tickets. Like the what I know is Arsenal tickets are the most expensive tickets in the Premier League, but yet it's always full and packed with lots of supporters, and they are always there to cheer to their fans, and it encourages them. It gives them the morale to be able to win football games. Yes, and before the next question will be, what are we supposed to expect from Chelsea? Who's I know Chelsea looks like the I mean Arsenal is going to play the underdog role because they lost their first game, so they may think that they are an underdog, and Chelsea will be seeing themselves to be the big guy. So that everybody expect, even the odds are against Arsenal, that Chelsea, no matter what, with all the winning Champions League and Super Cup and number of games they won last season, proud to this season, they haven't lose games. So Chelsea looking forward without cost, Chelsea have to win this game. What's your take on that?
No, 100%, man. I mean, every single time we feel that we are, in the verge of defeating Arsenal, but it happens just the opposite. It's been three times on the trot that we've lost to Arsenal in the Premier League, and it just does not feel good to lose against Arsenal. And even the last season we've, gone down to them double. We've gone down double.
Yeah,
In the home leg and also in the away leg. So the last time we went down double was against the Invincibles back in 2003. That we went down two times on the trot in the same season against Arsenal. And after that, that is something which is acceptable. You're getting down to Invincibles, but against this squad, and you're getting defeated twice by this squad in one season in the Premier League. I mean, it is total embarrassment, and I think so. It's time for revenge. It's time to really lift up your morale, and just go out there, play a good game of football. Try not collapsing. We've seen our team collapsing due to small things. Even in the Super Cup finals, I saw this team starting to collapse a bit when Hakim Ziyech got injured, and he was back on the tunnel. I mean, the team started shaking a little bit. I don't want that. I don't want to see any mishaps. I hope there's no red cards or any sort of injuries in the middle of
yeah,
the match.
yeah,
That's something which is a sheer bad luck situation where Chelsea tends to fall each and every time. When we play Arsenal, something bad happens, which tends to just give this match away into the Arsenal's pocket. I just hope we don't do anything like that. We stay focused, we stay calm, just play the way we play, just the
yeah,
way we played against Crystal Palace. Total domination, total domination. And I hope the boys turn up. I hope the big Rom, you know, steps up and slaps 2 3 goals. I would really wish that. I would really love to see that. But yeah, I mean, one thing is that there's absolutely no room of complacency. Arsenal is, they would be, they're not in the best position to call themselves the favorites. We are definitely the favorites of this match, but they will definitely keenly wait in the position, and just wait for one chance that we would give them, and then they would be absolutely on their toes to grab that chance and capitalize on that. And that's where we need to make sure, that we just don't give anything away to these guys. We should be rigid right from the get-go. And then not just that, maybe we should try to get multiple goals in this match, try to dominate this game, and do not hesitate on anything. Be, free flowing football, free flowing attacking system, and just go out there and just destroy the opponent. So that's what I expect from Chelsea.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ishon. I agree with you 100% because this is what I've seen in the past. Arsenal, no matter what you think, they are a big team. Although their form hasn't been that good, but to be honest with you, I'll tell you they are a very big. I mean, a very good team. They played very well, and then the only thing we don't want to see is a red card because remember, Arsenal are a good team. They can defend very well when they're sitting in the low block way and defending 90 minutes. So what I'll say here is I just pray, like you said, that we don't see any yellow card that goes against Arsenal. That will force them to play defense and then hit Chelsea on the break. Because what the style of football we play is holding on to possession, attack, 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 and then we can be vulnerable if we lose the ball in the very in their half, and then they have to kick the ball a long way for what's his name, either Obama Young or Martinelli. With all his pace, he can commit um so many things in our 18-yard box and score goals. So I'm not hoping any red card should set in. I hope that they all come in. The game should finish 90 minutes. Chelsea's supposed to play their game, and then before Chelsea to play what they have to do. They have to do whatever they have to do to win the game. And also, I want to start with the build up of the game. What do you think from uh rumors going on in the Arsenal camp? Coronavirus set in, so that's why they didn't play with Lacazette and Aubameyang. I'm not sure if they have the chance to play tomorrow, but then if they do you think Mikel Arteta himself, managerial skills, is he ready to be the real Arsenal manager? Do we people seem to be having managerial issues with his egos, and he's been fighting with the players in the dressing room, and he feel that he has to be in his way all the time, and he has fallout with some of these players, which is Lacazette especially. What do you think?
No, I think so. Arsenal are better than this. Arsenal are definitely better than this, and Arsenal deserves better than this. And even Arsenal fans know that they deserve better than this. Hell, they're a club who have been, dominating the Premier League, in the early 2000s, and the whole 1990s era. It was Arsene Wenger, and they were all over the place. I mean, they were dominating, giving a tough competition to Man United and Liverpool at that time, and also Chelsea. That's the time when they started becoming rivals, good rivals of Chelsea. When both of these clubs hand in hand started winning trophies. You know, so yeah, the thing is, they deserve better. They definitely do deserve better. Arteta, I don't think so. I I can't foresee a future of Arteta and Arsenal going hand in hand, and I don't see anything good happening because, I mean, let's be honest. It's been 2 seasons now. They've ended at eighth position, and
Yeah.
this is something serious. I mean, if this was Chelsea, this guy would have been sacked way back. I mean, way back.
Hmm. That is right. Yeah, that is. I'm not cutting you off. That's absolutely right. People really criticize how Chelsea do their business, but then we always prove to people that our way is the best. It's not all the time the best, but then anytime we do sack managers, bring a new manager in, he end up becomes positive for the team. We end up going on to win trophies. So now it looks like no one is saying anything anymore because it works for Chelsea. I don't know about Arsenal, they can keep a whole manager for a decade. So I don't know how long they want to hold on to Arteta, and I don't see Arsenal fans, or I don't see Arsenal team moving forward with the current manager. And then you can go ahead, Ishan.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying, that if they believe in the policy that one manager, one club thing, and they want a long-term manager,
Yeah.
and I believe even Man United believes in that policy. That's fine. That's nothing wrong in it. But if you're not getting the output, if you're not getting the result, then what's the point of trusting the process when the process is wrong right from the
Oh,
beginning?
right.
Right? You cannot trust a wrong process. You need to have the right process in the first place, and then trust the right process. How can you trust the wrong process? Right? So that's the thing. I mean, Arteta is does not. I mean, even if he wins games, some games here and there he'll be winning, and you'll have out of nowhere, you'll have 5, 6, 7, 8 games that Arsenal just wins out of nowhere, you know because of the low blocks and counter transition. Maybe they might win 5, 6 games here and there, and people might start again trusting the process. But that's the wicked part of the process, where it's just that these are just small sweeteners in the process.
Hmm.
And the overview of this process is not good enough, and especially not good enough for Arsenal. If Arteta would have been the manager of, let's say, an Aston Villa or
Yeah.
West Ham, where the expectation is not maybe to reach top for every season, that's fine. That would have been understood, and then you could have said, trust the process. But it's Arsenal Football Club. I mean, if a rival fan is talking about Arsenal Football
Hmm.
Club with that high expectations,
Yeah.
it's a shame for Arsenal Football Club to be so much complacent in that managerial position and just say trust the process when the whole process seems wrong, and you've been ending up in the eighth position for two successive Premier League seasons. So that absolutely does not make sense. And if he buckles up, some miracle happens, and if Arsenal does good in this season, kudos to them. But I don't see that happening. I absolutely don't, and I'll be absolutely surprised if they actually cross top six, top six or five. No ways, Arsenal. I don't see that happening. And Mikel Arteta is definitely looks the biggest liability in other, from a different angle. If I talk about this, Arsenal Football Club do not have the poorest squad. The squad is good. Make no
Right.
mistakes about that. The players are good. There might be some players here and there who might not be the best in those positions, but there are lots of great talents, lots of potent talents in that squad, with
Right.
the likes of Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Kevin
Martinelli.
Tierney.
Hmm.
You've got Smith Roy.
Hmm.
These guys are good.
And then they even have this new guy from Real Madrid, which is Odegaard.
Odegaard,
Who
yeah,
he won't be
Odegaard
playing
looks
though.
promising.
Yeah, he looks
Right,
promising. Yeah.
Odegaard looks promising. Right, they've got a couple of new. I mean, the signings are absolutely shit. Let's make no mistakes about that. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. They've spent 129 millions on their signings till now,
They've
but
spent they've
still, they're
they've spent more than almost everybody in the Premier League. They spent a
yeah,
lot. They spent more than Chelsea.
more than anybody. The highest they've spent is 130. I mean, let's take 130 million for argument's sake, and still, if you're spending 130 million uh, for bits and pieces here and there, and you still don't count yourself as a top six contender, you're absolutely in mud, man.
It's a
You're
it's a
in
joke.
absolutely. I mean, it's a total joke that you're going through, and you need to wake up. You seriously need to wake up. And it's not justifiable to blame the manager. Give the total blame to the manager.
Hmm.
Just look at the transfers that you've done. Just look at the transfer that this board have. The transfers are not promising at all, at all. By that money, you could have maybe bought someone really big. Maybe you could have got Lukaku instead of us with that money, because you spent 130 million. Just
Right.
imagine you just buy one Lukaku with that 130 million. You
Hmm.
straight away come into the contention of talking about top four, if I'm not wrong. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. I mean, it's not just the manager, but it's the board, the structure. You know, the crux of the club is all going wrong, even including the owners. So they're having a protest, if I'm not wrong, and I just hope they don't protest that much, because I really want to see this game, and I really want Chelsea to batter these guys. So yeah, I mean, they're absolute in mud, and they should definitely change themselves. It's high time.
Yeah, yeah, that is true, Ishan. That is true. Here we are. Here we have a stranger in the room. Alex, how you doing, Alex?
How are
Can
you
see-
guys? Sorry. I've been out. I was out with my family, but yeah, how are you guys? All good?
Yeah, we all good. We all good.
Everything all good, mate.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, hey,
What you guys been talking about?
we're talking about the build up of the game tomorrow, and then we now starting from us now. We're gonna end with our favorite club, Chelsea, but we're trying to go deep into the boardroom or the dressing room wrangling and things that are going behind the scenes with Ateta and his top strikers, Aubameyang and the good Lacazette. So yeah, we are building up a point from there and see what Mikel Arteta, is he the right guy? Can he take us now to a different level? So yeah, that's where we are at the moment before you got in here. So before I go on, let me acknowledge some of the viewers in the chat and also what they are saying, because they're also contributing to the show right now at the moment. So let me see what we have here. We have Tommy, who said a big up Blue Clouds TV 4-0 to Chelsea. Lukaku probably hitting hat trick. And then um Ludashenko, nice to see you here also. Chelsea perspective says great point, Ishan. And that's the more reason why I say they are awful. They are awful to start the season. It's irrelevant. Awful start to the season. Awful start to the season is irrelevant. We must take the game seriously. Baggy TV also said, Baggy from the Blue Lunch TV also said, to win the Premier League, we must be ruthless. Defeating Arsenal away is a kind of game that must be won. Perspective also came in and said that I got now Arsenal rich history defines their status. So you are right to call them a big club. Thank you, Mr. Perspective. RCBN said 10 watching. Let's smash the like button for big game preview. These guys and Gals. I think Gals, yeah. RCBN said that Chelsea saved Arteta job twice. First by letting them come back in the FA Cup finally, and second in December 2020 when Lampard team lost to their young team. That is right, LCBN. That is right. We've saved that young. He see himself to be the big guy, but at the end of the day, when he was at Manchester City, he was doing nothing. He was really doing nothing. Uh, um, Guardiola was doing all the work. Baggy from Blue Lounge TV said the methodology employed by a club will vary depending on the status. Chelsea are one of the biggest clubs in Europe. Arsenal are a mid-table team in England. He went on and said, Neil, love the show and a great guest with a very interesting perspective. Keep up the good work, my brother. I will catch you later. Thank you, Baggy. Thank you very much for stopping by. It means a lot to the channel and the brand. And also have I123 love you here. She can wait anytime I go live. She's right there. Says hello my neighbors. May tomorrow bring you all the outcome you're all praying for. Thank you, and I hope that we all get the good luck tomorrow. We should smash this team very well. Arsenal has been a ton of the flesh. We have to smash them very well tomorrow. RCBN said big up to you, Alex. And then Lodishenko said, big up my fellow champions. Chelsea perspective. Big up to y'all all that are watching the stream. And then I'm gonna have Alex to introduce himself and then get on board with the submission. What's up, Alex?
All good, all good.
Are you on your phone? Are you on your phone?
I am on my phone.
Yeah. Flip the phone horizontally. It looks much better if you flip your phone. Yeah, perfect. It looks like a laptop when you do it that way.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect. All right. So, yeah, well, if you're talking about Arsenal and Chelsea, and look, I think for the last couple of years,
Right.
Arsenal have always kind of been Chelsea's bogey team. And if we want to be a team that wants to challenge and we want to show a status that we can get through some games the way we don't in the past couple of seasons where we haven't always performed. If we get past this mental block of playing Arsenal, I think Chelsea could go really far. I think winning these kind of games against the likes of Arsenal, I'm more excited for this Arsenal game than I'm for the Liverpool game. I think beating Arsenal after I've lost twice in a row, I think just getting over this kind of mental block, it's going to be an important factor, especially for Chelsea, and it's going to, I think, present the status that they mean business and they actually want to do. They want to go and win trophies. So it's an important game, I think, super important game. Yes, okay, it's the start of the season, only second game. Even whether the result, still a long season. But tomorrow will be a big statement if Chelsea go out and perform and put a good performance and win. I think it'll be a massive statement towards the other teams and also for Chelsea themselves, because just to kind of beat Arsenal and stuff. And it's important for the confidence of the players, to go one over Arsenal again when they lost twice last season.
And what do you make of Mikel Arteta's in-game management?
I think he's a good manager. I think he's a good manager. I think he's just at the wrong club. I always thought that he's actually not a bad manager. I think it's like he can't. If Pep was there, he would have the same problem. Well, a lot of good managers where there would be at Arsenal at the moment, I think they would literally almost have very similar problems, because Arsenal as a club, they're still a mess. There's so many players who are still there who are not good enough, high wages. So some team, you can tell what he's trying to do, but also you got to give credit for him to take the job in the first place. But I think he's going to be a good manager. But is jumping into a club where you have to rebuild something from the bottom to the, you have to really restart the club as a whole. Yeah. As your first job as a manager, it's not the easiest, and it's like one of those things. Like, I think this is the wrong place. Maybe he could have started up, and then maybe had taken the Arsenal job later on. But I think he's a good manager. I think he's just at the wrong time for him. Depending if he then what happens with Arsenal and everything, but I don't know. But I think he can tell. It's like, it's difficult, because I think if he had more, look, they actually spend money. So let's see what he's got to do now, because look, they did spend, I think, what was it, over 100 million pounds. Yeah. So, and let's see if they spent it right. So now actually Arteta's under pressure. Okay, look, I think he's a good manager, but he's under pressure now because, okay, they signed Ben White, they signed Odegaard, they signed Ramsdale, they signed Lukaku, and they signed Odegaard. They signed another midfielder, and he decided to stick with Xhaka and sign Malone. So he took decisions himself as a manager, and that was gonna come. It's gonna. Then we'll see how actually his decisions have actually worked or not. Yeah. So he's under pressure in general. So we'll see how it goes. But if I actually thought of him as a manager, I think he's a good manager. I think he just needs time. But obviously, Arsenal is Arsenal, and Arsenal can't be at the bottom for too long. It's still Arsenal.
Yeah. Well said, Alex. Well said, Alex. Phantom of many topics. Nice to see you here. I don't have my super chat. I haven't hit the 1K yet. I'm getting close to it. So you guys subscribe and share the video wherever platform you find yourself, and that will help the channel to get there. We are very close, very, very close. And once we get there, you guys are gonna see that on my channel soon. Very close. With you guys being here, it will help us get there very soon. So smash the like button for me, as usual. Okay, and now we're gonna move on to. I'm not sure if you guys watch Arteta's press conference. Well, he said he has a plan to stop Chelsea from winning and also stop Romelu Lukaku from winning. Do you guys believe that?
Well, yeah. I think I believe it that he does have a plan. He wouldn't say that if he doesn't have a plan. But Chelsea have their own plans. Chelsea have their own plans of how they're gonna play.
Yeah.
And they know that Arsenal, obviously, Lukaku's Lukaku, and obviously they're gonna have the plans to try and defend it. But they don't know our plans, so it's like it's either way.
Okay.
It's either way what's that's gonna happen. But it's I think it's mind games. But there's always different mind games and stuff. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Do you think Lukaku's even going to start for in your scenario, or do you think he's actually not going to start? Do you think he will start?
I was going to throw this question to Ishan, but Ishan, get yourself, and we're still here. Get yourself back in, and then the question will go back to you. Okay. Yeah. To my perspective, I think Lukaku will start because he's had some few training sessions with the team, and our last game against Crystal Palace, if Marcus Alonso having had the opportunity for that first goal, I'm telling you, we would have ended up the game without a goal. Because I saw the team play for the first 20 minutes and we were struggling. We can't open up. We could not see good passes going behind the defenders until Marcus Alonso break the deadlock to get that first goal. Ishan, what do you think of Lukaku starting tomorrow?
I think so. He's fit, but I don't think so. He'll be starting. I think so. He'll come off the bench because it's highly unlikely that a new player, a new signing, is without a single preseason game gets hits go right from minute one.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that's highly unlikely. If he had at least one preseason game under his kitty, he definitely would have started, no doubts whatsoever. But knowing the fact that he's just got maybe 3 training sessions under him and no preseason games, maybe I feel that he'll come off the bench and he won't be starting. But if he starts, well, I'll be the happiest guy on earth because he's ready and I know that he can start. There's no two ways about that. He's
The
fit,
thing
he's
is,
ready,
he's had a full
he's good to go.
preseason. He's had a full preseason at Inter, and he's been training for Chelsea. It's not like he's really been on and off. He's had a full preseason.
He even said that. He even said that he even said that in the interview. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, he's fit to ready and play. I guess it's just depending on what Thomas Tuchel wants to do. But look, man, if I had a choice, I'd play Lukaku because that's gonna make it's especially mentally Arsenal players to think, it's gonna boost the team, the Chelsea team, to see Lukaku in the starting lineup. It's gonna boost the players to see that Lukaku is starting first of all, and then it's actually gonna make Arsenal players think twice. So he's starting, which would put fear in Arsenal's players, and they definitely will, and especially to those defenders. So depending if he starts or not, I think we can still win the game. I think even if Lukaku doesn't play, I think Chelsea should still be able to win the game. I think they need to. I think they're still strong enough they should win. But look, the best scenario for me would be maybe not to start Lukaku and be winning 1 or 2-0 and then bring Lukaku on at the 60th minute. That would be perfect because then you can even bring even more strength to the team.
The thing is, he had his preseason there in Inter Milan. He has his training session, but it's a big shift. He came from Milan and he's here in London now. It's a big shift. The preseason games there in Milan's got to be absolutely different and more lower intensified games than what we have here in Premier League. So we can in no ways compare the preseason games in Milan and London. So basically, he at least needs to have one preseason game, or at least have a little time to grab the chemistry, grab the flair between the attackers, especially that he's going to cope up with. It's very, very important to grab the chemistry and then just grab the flair. Get known with the coordination amongst the attackers, and then you can eventually gel up well and then fit in the playing 11 quickly. So I don't think so. Thomas Tuchel would do that. if he starts Lukaku well and good, no two ways about that. But then I
Yeah.
don't think so he would, because it's highly unlikely that a new player gets straight away barged into the starting 11. And I know Lukaku's weight matured for that. He's one of the world's best striker, and he can take that pressure. But the thing is, it's highly unlikely. There's a thing called team chemistry. It will take time, regardless of the fact that how good of a player Lukaku is. He will take time to understand Tuchel's chemistry. How Thomas Tuchel wants his striker to behave. How does Thomas Tuchel want his striker, which areas to cover, which strategy to play. It definitely takes some game time to
Yeah,
grab that whole. You cannot have that training
yeah,
in the training session. So for
I
me, definitely
I
he
agree.
starts off the bench, and then maybe in the next
Yeah,
games he starts in the playing 11.
Yeah,
I
that
agree. If I had to predict, Thomas Tuchel is probably not going to start him. If I had to predict that, but yeah, no, I agree. Just we'll see what happens. We'll have to just see what.
So you think Tuchel will be looking forward to bringing out from the bench in the second half, see how tactical variation and see that help if we can get goals.
Yeah, like I think Lukaku will play in the game. I guess the question is really if he's going to start or not. I think he'll definitely play in the game. He's definitely gonna come on in the game, and I think that's not a question. I think, but if I had to predict Thomas Tuchel's lineup, I don't think Lukaku starts. I think he's gonna play with Havertz and maybe Mount and Werner, or well, Ziyech is fit.
Okay.
So even Ziyech might be starting, but I can see maybe Havertz playing that position. So we maybe play the same kind of same three players like Crystal Palace.
I have my own lineup that I brought here. Let's check into it and see if you guys will agree with my lineup that I posted on Twitter not too long ago. Let me see where my lineup is. Okay. Let me share my screen real quick so you guys can see the lineup that I put up here. Can you guys see it? So
Yeah.
okay, I went with this lineup on Twitter that I posted not too long ago. I went with the normal 3-4-2 formation. Do you guys see any changes in this formation?
Yeah.
Do you see the changes in it? Is Tuchel going to use a different different formation instead of the 3-4-2-1? That's the question.
It's gonna be the same.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same. Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same. I guess you didn't get my question right. Okay.
No.
We're playing with a back three. I have the young Trevor Chalobah. Do you think Tuchel is gonna go with the young player, or he's gonna field Christensen or Zuma?
I don't know. I think he deserves. I guess. I don't. To be honest, for me, I would want to see Rudiger play, but besides the two other centre backs, I'm not bothered. I think we all got. I think they're all really good. I think they all can play in those kind of positions. I guess maybe the player I don't want to see Zuma, but then at the same time Zuma is dangerous also in attack. How Thiago? Look, they're all good. I think any of those three players, even Thiago Silva, Christensen, or Chalobah, they could all do a job. So I think either one, I'm alright with it. I'll be happy with either player either whoever he picks. I'll be happy.
Okay, so we're going with the midfield up. Do you guys see anything wrong with the midfield, Ishan and Ishan? Do you see anything wrong with the midfield, or you prefer a specific player?
No, it seems clear, but I think so. He might go with Thomas Tuchel might go with the Reece James. I think so, because Reece James has got some game time in the last games against Palace, and he might feature in the wing back position, if I assume. If not, Aspilicueta is good, and the way he played in the last match, he can. But I think so. The way you need to have Reece James introduced in your squad. Somewhere down the line you need to have this guy, and you need to bring him down in your squad. The next game is a tougher game than this against Liverpool, so you might definitely need Reece James for that, and this game's got to be a good step up for that. Reece James gotta capitalize on that, and have a good match time under his kitty. So I assume that it's got to be Reece James instead of Aspilicueta, uh, but the rest of the positions are fine.
Okay. Yeah, the reason why I disagree with the Reece James thing is this game cannot go. We can start this game without our real number. I mean our captain, and because it would be very disrespectful to put a captain on the bench without him starting at all. So I don't think Reece James will be there. So yeah, Aspi will be in there if maybe second half we can bring in Reece James to come and help
Yeah,
with Aspi's legs.
even for me, to be honest, I don't even think it's the captaincy. I think Aspilicueta will start. I think just because he's more comfortable with Aspilicueta, especially with Tierney on the left wing back. I think it makes him more safe. He plays a bit more safe with Aspi. We've seen through games
1-on-1.
when yeah, but like whenever we play teams who are like, for example, we might even see Reece James and Aspilicueta both play. We maybe Aspilicueta will play what Chaloba is, and maybe Reece James there. But Aspilicueta is definitely playing this game, I
Yeah.
think. But either position, he could also play at the back, centre back. So it's going to depend of how we're going to see it. But he's definitely playing. Yeah, I agree. It really just depends where.
Okay, then Ishan, we're gonna start with the attack over there. I have Kai Havertz on the right hand side, and then Mason Mount on the left hand side, and then a long rager of Romelu Lukaku. What do you think of these three attackers?
I like it.
Yeah, I think so. Thomas Tuchel would go with the same. If Lukaku starts, this is exactly how we're going to see it. If Lukaku does not start, we might see a Werner instead of Lukaku there up front. But I have a different vision to it. I would rather, if Lukaku starts, then
Mm-hmm.
end of conversation. We start Lukaku up front and with Mason Mount. If Lukaku does not start, I might not go with a Werner. I'd go with Hudson-Odoi and keep him in the right hand side of the front two tens, and I might keep Kai Havertz as the false nine. So my front three without Romelu Lukaku at the start would be Havertz, Hudson-Odoi, and Mount. Or else, if Lukaku starts, then Lukaku definitely starts with Mount and Havertz.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I won't disagree with you because both players are all really good. It's just that we have too much depth, too much good players in our team right now. We can't even field everybody, but yet somebody has to play. It's only 11 players. So I mean, the second half will show what kind of players that we need to come in to change the game systematically. So yeah, on we go. So okay, and we're gonna get into Lukaku. Do you guys think that Lukaku will get us more goal? Not even the game tomorrow, but the season.
Yes, 100%.
Ishan, you too. Do you think
Yeah,
he can break the curse?
he has to, man. He has to. If it's not Lukaku, then I'm not sure who will, because he's in his prime. He's one of the world's best now, and he has to. I mean, he's got the number nine, and he wanted that number nine, and it's the best opportunity for Lukaku to go out there, and he does have the capability to score 20, 25, 30 goals this season. So yeah, definitely Lukaku. We have to rely on him to score goals. We knew that. We are a we're a good chance creators. The last season we've seen that. So I mean, this season also will be creating a lot of chances. It's just the matter of finishing, and I think so. Lukaku that to the table. So yeah, really, really excited, and I do believe in Lukaku.
Okay. I have a question. I have a comment from Chelsea perspective. He said, we need peace. We need pace. We need pace to deal with Arsenal. Pacey forward, so Chaloba and James may start. And then RCBN said also before Liverpool, we may need to get Thiago Silva fit. So yes, though, tough call. And Chelsea perspective said, sorry, Nee, that is profound sentiment. Captaincy shouldn't be considered when picking players. Well, the reason why the reason why I said that is, Mr. Perspective. Remember, football is a teamwork. It's a team game, and then it's just like you're going on the battlefield. You're going in war. If you're going in war and you don't have your leader, who is which a leader that has been with you for quite a long time, there's always a high possibility that you could lose your battle. You could lose the war. And then the reason why I said Aspi should be in there because he's captain the team for how long now, and he knows what he has to do. He also coming in with experience. So leaving your main captain out, we can leave the captain out if he's injured or if he's not much fit. That is understandable. But we've seen the captain well fit. He played in the Super Cup and he was good. So why would you jeopardize that unity? As I say, you don't fix anything that is not broken. So I assume that the captainship leading role is much more important in every game. That is why most of the time you see captains in their regular position dictating and giving instructions. Maybe the coach is going to call the main captain and give an instruction to give it to the players and tell them what to do. That is why I always count on the leadership, captainship to be in their starting games without any doubt. So that is my own perspective of having Aspilicueta starting the game. I have this question down. I think Ishan answered this question a while ago, but I want to know your take, Alex, your take, and maybe Ishan can more elaborate on this same question again. Why does Arsenal turn up against Chelsea when Chelsea look favorite? Why?
I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know. Maybe there's like some spell. They hire a witch and and put a spell on Chelsea and make Arsenal look really good. I have no clue. I literally have no clue. We always seem to be the club that reignites Arsenal's season, but I don't know. Is it mentality? Is it drive? Is it? I have no clue. Because the only other thing though, the last couple of games whenever we played Arsenal,
yeah,
Chelsea, it's always Chelsea that lose the game. All right. It's never been where like Arsenal have just been outstanding, right? If Chelsea play their game and they play to 100% and they play well, we win the game 100 million percent.
right.
It's usually down to us of how we play, depending if we win, draw, or lose, right? It's up to us. If we don't play our game, we don't play well, Arsenal are going to win. And that's like any other game. That's like if you play Brighton, that's as if you play Crystal Palace, that's if you play any other team. Obviously, you have to be the better opponent, but we tend to never show up against Arsenal. The last couple of games, we just don't. We just completely just don't play to ourselves. That's why I always wanted this. That's why, like, for example, I don't know if Kante is going to play, but I would love to Kante. I would love to see Kante play because I just want to I just want Kante just to have a man of match performance and just rip Arsenal's midfield apart. But I don't know. It's a mentality. I can't answer the question. It's like I don't know. But it's definitely always down to us. We always always lose a game.
It looks like Alex cannot find the right word to qualify that question. He's Ishan, what do you think, Ishan? What do you think? Why do Arsenal turn up to win the game when we look so favorite?
Yeah, it's happened this not just once, and it's been happening since long now. And I mean, we've sometimes it's just lack of ambition in the pitch. Sometimes we take them lightly. Sometimes it's neglect
And then
from our side.
do you think rivalry also play a role in when they're playing
I
bad?
mean, if it did, we
Yeah.
shouldn't have lost those games where we took them very lightly. Talking about the times when we lost 3-1 to them when Frank Lampard was our manager,
Yeah.
it was one of the worst games I've seen Chelsea play. In maybe not the whole season, but maybe few seasons down the line, it was one of the worst games I've seen my team play. And lack of ambition, lack of lack of effort, lack of passion in the pitch. Sometimes it's that, but sometimes it's luck. You
Mhm.
see just the last game that we lost in the last season, the second leg, that we lost 1-0. If you'd remember, that mistake from Zuma, Jorginho,
Zuma.
and
Yeah.
Kepa, which led to that horrendous mistake. It was again a luck, right? I mean, bad luck, I would say, because I'm sure that none of our players intended to play that ball where it concluded to a goal. So again, the bad luck factor coming up. So that's what exactly I said right at the beginning of the show, that you know I just hope we keep the passion up, we keep the intention of the game up, we play the positive game of football. We do not neglect even a single percent, because
Yeah.
Arsenal would be there standing open arms, waiting for the chance, waiting for the mistake that we'd make, and they would be more than happy to capitalize on those mistakes. And they better know that, they definitely know that we're a better team than them, and they just need to stand there and capitalize on the mistakes. That's why in the majority of the times, what they do is that they always play in a low block, very very tight low block
Yeah.
with 7 or 8 players, and they just try to capitalize on the mistake that we commit. And that's what I'm saying right in the beginning of the show also, that we need to keep all the departments very rigid, very focused. Keep the ambition high, and it's not just about winning the game, but also dominating the game. Have 2 3 goals, have that safe carpet in your space, that you can actually be confident in your gameplay. So it's all about that. I hope, just like even you said minutes ago, that
Yeah.
maybe we just hope we should never have a red card in this game, or
Yeah.
any injuries, that tends to crumble down the morale of the team. So I just hope everything goes good, we have a good game of football, and we all know that we're a better team and we can beat them. So I hope this time, no sort of juju happens to us, and then we win this game very comfortably.
Yeah. I won. Yeah.
If
Go
we
ahead,
if
Alex.
we score the if we score the first goal, I'll be 100. I would bet £1 million that we win the game. Trust me. We get the first goal, we've won. We've already won the game. Like, we just need to score first. Them scoring first, it's always an interesting, right? But
True.
when we score the
Now,
first
if
goal,
even if they score first goal is going to be very difficult for us to score
yeah,
back,
yeah, I
because
know,
their low block is
because
ridiculous, man. 8 man
I
low block,
yeah,
and it's very
yeah.
difficult to break.
That's why it's important
Yeah.
that if we get the first goal,
It will
then
force them. It will force them to open up.
it forces them to open up. We know that we can also win a game 1-0. We've done that many times, even in the Champions League final. We've done
Yeah,
multiple times. We don't have to go on and win the game with more goals. We know that we can hold on to a lead. We just need to get the first goal. Believe me, we get
Yeah.
the first goal, we win the game. There's no matter of a doubt. And I believe in so much. You get the first goal, we win the game. It's super important, especially in this kind of game, because look, let's not underestimate Arsenal. Okay, they had a poor performance, but they're going to be up for this game. Uh, the fans are back. The fans haven't seen Arsenal play for almost 2 years. The players want to perform for the fans, so it's going to be a good mental strength for the Chelsea team to actually go and win this game. I think if they get over this, it's going to be really good. It's going to be really important for these players.
And don't you think it can also be a disadvantage to the Arsenal team, since there's going to be lots of and put too much pressure on the defense? I mean, on the team to perform. Although
Not
they
really.
know they're not as good as Chelsea, force them
Yeah,
to make mistakes.
well, yes and no, because not really, because whenever there's someone there to support you, then you're always going to add that extra 10%, in a game.
Yeah.
So it depends. Like, there's players who thrive off pressure, and then some other players who, don't thrive off pressure and actually get worse. But most players, when they have, the noise, the backing, if, for example, even, sometimes some games, if you make a good tackle, make a strong tackle, or if Arsenal had a close shot, it just builds this sense of tension in the game with the fans, the players, and it builds up the strong connection with the players. So it's going to be tough. I think. Look, even Emirates Stadium is a big stadium. There's a lot of noise, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting game. That's why we need to score the first goal, because if we score the first goal, we're going to silence everyone. the whole stadium is gonna go just boom. You know, they're gonna completely turn quiet. And if we can get the first goal, even early in the game,
Yeah.
it would be perfect for us, because then we can just assess the game how we want it to play. But yeah.
Yeah, I believe with you, Alex.
The thing
Go
is,
ahead, Ishan. Ishan, you're muted.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying that the thing is, they'll be more than happy if they go and get a draw.
Right.
It'll
Yeah.
be more than a win to them if they get a draw.
Yeah.
So their first intention would be not to concede a goal and just get a draw out of this game. They know they're in a mud, and they're facing the champions of Europe. It's not going to be very easy for them. They're gonna have to struggle a lot to even get a draw. And I think so that would be the message from Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
Have a good rigid low block, just get a draw out of it, squeeze a draw out of it, and
It,
it'll be
it's it's up to us to win the game. You know, it's up to us to actually win the game. It's up to us to go
Yeah.
out there and win.
Yeah, actually, but I believe that they're gonna have a low block right from get go,
Mm-hmm.
and they would actually focus. Even if they get a draw, it'd be fine for them, and that's exactly why Alex said that it's so important for us to get the first goal, and that's what I'm saying.
But
Maybe it's the most important factor to
but
just
it's
get
also
the
the
first goal.
yeah. It's also the mental like it's just the mental strength and the mentality. And because if Arsenal get the first goal, it's gonna be very hard because they have the backing of the fans. It's gonna give them confidence. It's gonna give them a lot of confidence. So
Yeah,
it's super important this game that we score the first goal. It's really important. It's like I think if we don't score first, we have a risk. I've just got a feeling that if we don't score the first goal, we don't win this game. You know, we draw it maybe we
Yeah.
lose it. We actually need to
Yeah.
score first to win the game, I think.
You know what? I'm even thinking of making the Arsenal and Chelsea 11, but it looks like it's gonna look horrible. It's gonna be filled up with all Chelsea players, so I'm not. Yeah, there's no point of doing it. There's no point of doing it.
They're not Arsenal players. There's no point.
Yeah, there's no point of doing it. Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna waste my time. Let's just enjoy the game. Let's enjoy the
you
game.
already made the best 11, man. Show that list again. That's the best 11.
Oh, the one that I already have on there.
Yeah. That's the best 11, man. You gotta check that out.
Anyways, blue cards. I'm gonna have to go. But
Yeah.
it was nice talking to you guys. And stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Guys.
Yeah, we're about to wrap up the whole
Yeah.
stream anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
No worries.
Thanks for being here.
Are you doing a match? Are you doing a match review after the game?
Yeah, it's gonna be jump pack because I'm sure other streamers will also be doing it. So it's sometimes streaming.
Maybe the next day or something.
Yes, yeah,
You let me know.
definitely, because what it is there's too much of a overload when after the game. What I have to do quickly is just my match preview.
Yeah.
The match review will be the best thing, and then I mean afterwards, the next day I can do anything. So I'll just message you if you're free. You wanna come over, we can talk about the game, and then we can do that, because setting up the screen is not that easy. It's very difficult trying to come up with all your ways to put the stream together. It's very difficult.
Yeah, no problem. You let me know. Anyways.
Okay.
Nice talking to you guys.
All right, you have a good one.
What's your guys' predictions for the game?
Oh yeah, we haven't done yet. Yeah, thank you for saying it. Prediction. I'm going. Okay, go ahead, Alex, with your prediction.
I'll give you mine. I think. Look, my heart says 3-1, but my head is saying 1-0. So I'll go 1-0 to Chelsea. 1-0 to Chelsea. I think it's gonna just be 1-0 to Chelsea. That'll be my result. Yeah, simple.
Ishan, what do you think? All right, Alex. Alex, you have a wonderful night. You have a good night, and I thank you for showing up.
Bye.
Catch you up some other time, Alex. All right, bye.
All right.
Yeah, I think so. I'll go with the 2-0.
You go with the 2-0. You go with the 2-0. 2-0. Well, guys, you heard Ishan, the master of Chelsea FC. He said 2-0. I'm going with the a 3-1 scoreline. Arsenal will definitely go a goal, because after Chelsea scored 3 goals, they will go sleeping for a couple of minutes. And that's when Arsenal will come in, trying to prove and make their front happy. So they'll get a goal from mistake from maybe Trevor Chalobah, but I hope he doesn't make a mistake. There would be a mistake from one of our defenders, which it could be Trevor Chalobah. So I hope it doesn't happen. So yeah, this is where the stream is gonna end up, guys. Thank you all for being here. Like I said, smash the like button for me and share the videos wherever you find yourself. We're trying out. We're going places with the channel. So Ishan, thank you one more time, and thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure. When I call on you, you always make it up a point to be here and then have your say. So thank you, Ishan. Thank you very much one more time. And
Hey, thank you for having me, man. It's always a pleasure.
thank you. Here we go. We have Ishan, and Ishan has come in with his prediction. He said 2-0 to Chelsea. We hope that it turns out great. Ishan will still be in the backstage with me here soon. I want to leave you guys all with Lil Desperandos, which means hang on to hope and a win for Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea! Come on, Chelsea!